So, welcome back to more Duality. I figured, hey, since I began this, I might as well finish the game. Well, trigger warning still stands. This game, as you could probably see, hopefully not, last stream, like hopefully you eat my warning and change to another window or another tab or even close the app before seeing anything that might upset you. You know, graphic violence, stuff like that. I figured out to censor stuff, finally. Apparently I needed to put it in studio mode. I didn't know why it wouldn't work unless it was in studio mode. I don't know. I wasn't the one who made this program. So, figured since I went through the work of downloading this and starting this game, might as well finish it. At least try to finish Keith's route, but I honestly would like to try and find out, how to get both guys' routes. Because like I said, it's kind of weird to like date only one guy when they're both sharing a body. I don't know, I just think that's personally quite weird to me. Well, let's load where we left off. I think right now we're in Keith's route. Jesus, let me just... This is about to render me even more depth than I already am. But yeah, I think we're in Keith's route right now. So, let's see. You never told a friend why you had to crash at their place out of nowhere, in the middle of the night. You made up a vague excuse instead. Yeah, telling them, yeah, some guy dropped off a head in my apartment. It wouldn't make much sense. Hold on, Nene. But vague excuses only get you so far. You need to return home at some point. Back to the whispers and the moving shadows, and recently, the severed heads. Moving out would be an option, but it's not something you can do overnight. Imagine having an option to just move. Like, this apartment is like belongs to the protagonist, it's not like something that's rented. Incredible. What's more, you like to know what it is that's trying to drive you out of your own home before you even consider that. You're not one to give in easily. Perhaps coming into contact with one Fae has served as an invitation for us to enter your life and wreak havoc. So, instead of sitting around losing sleep and questioning your sanity, you message Tenebris and ask him about that possibility. Getting to tell someone about everything you've been through without being brushed off as insane feels like a weight's been taken off your shoulders. Yeah, it could be my kind that's messing with you. Sorry, this is probably because of me. Yeah, it totally wasn't you, drop off that head. We have some stuff that could help. I'll take anything, really. That is what leads to Keith currently walking around your apartment, with a big basket full of plants and charms. You follow in his wake, watching him curiously. He's blessing my house with sage. What do I do when they wilt? Get more? They should have lost interest in by then, but I can always bring you more. I like how they're pretending that they're not, what drop off someone's severed head in my apartment. Yeah, like Keith going along with this. Honestly, I think Keith might be a little bit cuckoo as well. Kernels of St. John's wort hang on nearly every door in your apartment. A few flowers have been placed in a vase in your living room. Your little home now looks a bit livelier as a result. Yeah, it looks a bit livelier before becoming an eventual crime scene. Will these really keep them out? They've kept them out of my home when they tried to bother me. Well, at least most of them. I like to believe you won't run into any of the scary ones. And here, hands you a brown little satchel, held close by a red string. Oh, like a red string of fate? How romantic. You open it to find it's full of breast clovers. Four-leaved clovers. Where did this guy get so many four-leaved clovers? Good. Wow. Foreseeing past glamours or fade that have turned themselves invisible. Use them one at a time, and don't let them know you've seen them through the tricks. I gotta say, this font, I can't tell if it's just because it's white on a really light yellow, or if it's the font itself. But it's fucking me up, honestly. Thank you. I really hope this will work. Last time I found a whole human head in my kitchen. I really hope that was a trick. Is my cursor being seen right now? Let me just check. I don't think so. Just in case, let me put it aside here. Let me use my keyboard instead. Apparently I need to learn how to use a keyboard instead of a controller, right? Keith grimaces and tenses up before quickly turning away to fish with more flowers. I'm sorry, it's our fault we're dealing with this. I'm not dealing with anything. Y'all literally just left my head in my apartment and are pretending you weren't the ones. Because apparently the protagonist is, has enough balls to date a guy that's possessed by the Fae, but when the Fae, acts like a Fae, this guy starts acting like a pussy. He repeats the same guilt-ridden words that Denver's texted earlier. Let's be freaks. Sure, why not? Is it? I don't get supernatural creatures interested in me every day. Unfortunately for them, I already have my own someone. He gives you a small smile. But you said this helped you too. Doesn't mean that Faye were messing with you at some point? Oh, yeah, they were. Especially when I was younger. Being the very rare case that survived a changeling, innocent well with them. They probably saw it as an upfront. I'm sorry, that sounds tough. It was, but it's better now, at least. What about Tenebris? Does he get affected by all of this? He does. It doesn't come out when they're near it. We're near it. Or near Iron. Though it's less effective with him than with full-flesh Fae. I wonder if those Fae, they were just playing pranks on Keith and maybe leaving messages written in Fae script. Then it was like, haha, loser couldn't even kill a baby and take over his body. Nerd. Damn, I barely started and already need water. You hum with interest at this revelation. It's something to keep in mind when you're around Tenebris. Like, hey, if I want to have just a date with Keith, I can just whack him over the head with a horseshoe and he'll go away. I mean, Keith will also go away because he'll probably pass out, but... He finished making the last kernel and hangs it in your bedroom door. That should be the last one. Feel free to text us if it doesn't work. I will, thank you. I should go now. I still have some things to take care of, but... Before it gets to continue, he winces and rubs his temple. Everything okay? We wanted to ask if you want to go out this weekend with one of us. The forest is nice this time of year. We could have a picnic, or you could do whatever Tenebris has planned. Nah, I've throwing you something. Last two sentences are said in a dismissive tone. Let's give Tenebris a shot. Looks down, deflated, though the corners of his mouth twitch back into an attempt to maintain a polite smile. Bro, I already went on a date with you. Let me give a shot to this fake guy, okay? Chill out. Right. Tell him to text me later. I will. Because, like I said, the guy is going to be around every time. If I'm only dating one of them, the other one is gonna get cucked. And I don't know. Besides, Tenebris honestly, personally, is more my type. I don't know, I just prefer goth boys. Goth, punk, like, just love it. Keith is just looks too much like a goody two shoes. You know what this guy reminds me of? Basil. Like from Amori. I don't know if any of you ever played that game, but yeah, there's a guy named Basil. A guy. He's a kid. He's a kid named Basil. He has blue eyes, blonde hair. Is really associated with flowers. Dresses like a nerd, like this guy. I'm actually starting to notice the pattern. Is this guy going to try to cut my eye off with like a pair of scissors? He gives you an awkward goodbye, then gathers everything and leaves in a hurry. You catch a glimpse of his furrowed brows and tightly pressed together lips as he makes his way out of the apartment like, I can't believe the fate that tried to kill me is skulking me right now. Like, dude, you're gonna be there to chill out. Now that you're alone again, you face your apartment, like an old friend you want to recognize. You set the clover pouch aside and pick out a single one. Then you proceed to walk around with it clasping your chest. Is that how it works? Now that I think about it, he never really explained how those work. Anxiety gnaws at your chest each time you open a new door or glance behind a piece of furniture. You expect to find monstrosities or devilish little creatures crumbling away or sitting in waiting. You find nothing, which is neither reassuring nor alarming. This could mean the clovers don't work, or whatever was bothering you before isn't here anymore. You eventually give up and try to go about your day normally. That night, no voices, whispers, sculling, or severed heads bother you. For the first time in 2 weeks, you sleep peacefully. Damn, imagine sleeping. Twinkie comes around, and with it, your date with Tenebris. You agree to meet at the park, the closest spot to the forest edge. A little bouquet of dry St. John's wort hangs from your backpack, and a four-leaf clover rests in your pocket. Whatever Fae may be residing here, you've come to prepare and determined to have a good time. With a Fae, while wearing Fae repellent. That's kinda rude, man. You arrive a few minutes early, and Tenebris isn't there yet. So you busy yourself with your phone. He shows up at the exact time you agreed upon. Not 1 minute late or early. Oh my god, it's so like me. I love a punctual king. Hi, you're punctual. Was I not supposed to be? I'm smiling right now. I don't know. I just relate a lot to this guy. No, it's just impressive. Shall we go? Tenebris nods. He leads you down the sidewalk around the park until you reach the edge of the forest and continue on a dirt path. This thing needs more combos, man. You've never been here before. It's not your first time in the forest. Why did the music stop? I don't think I've been here before. Let me just save just in case. Yeah, I don't know why. Basically, I have like a cat door in my bedroom because my cats, they like to come in and out of my bedroom during the night and stuff, so they can go to the bathroom and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, sometimes Nene, for some reason, he'll just sit by the door and meow, trying to get my attention and ask for authorization to get in. Like only sometimes. Sometimes he uses the door normally, but other times I don't know. He just like LARP as a vampire, I guess. You've never been here before? No, I haven't. You sometimes hear people calling it eerie, suffocating even. So we never felt compelled to come here. You find that personally, I hate being away from civilization. Like I went camping a few times, hated every single second of it. A few hours in, I was already crying because I wanted to go back to civilization. But whenever like this was when I was in the scouts, but whenever we instead of going camping went like we call it a cantonar. Basically, it was when instead of going camping, you kind of just rent a house and go there with your squad or whatever you like to call those groups in English. And yeah, for some reason, those times I didn't cry. But whenever I was forced to go into the forest, I would begin crying. Like I don't know why. I just don't like being away from civilization for long. Like whenever we went like to spend a day, an afternoon in the forest, I would begin to get really antsy because I don't like being away from civilization. Now, when I go like to the park or something with my friend, it's different because in the park I can still see light posts. So maybe that's why I don't start to feel like I'm about to have a panic attack. But you know, this protagonist wants some of that fey, something, whatever fey you have, I don't know. So let's say it's peaceful. The darkness and the eeriness gives you comfort, like old friends welcome you home. I'm a human, so that sounds strange. This is nice. It's so peaceful here, right? There's no people to stare or make noises or bother you. It's even better at night. You can see the stars way better than inside the town. Honestly, that was one of the few good parts of camping, being able to look up and actually see stars. I can imagine. Perhaps we should come at night someday. Yeah, going to the forest at night. That sounds safe. I mean, you're if it's with Tenebris, like he has superhuman strength, I think. So yeah, that would be safe. You gaze up at the trees, and it almost feels like they're gaze back at you when a breeze blows through their branches, sending withered leaves to the ground. The rustling almost sounds like a whisper. You turn your attention to Tenebris. It feels safer that way. Ah, thank you. The music is back. It's no longer scary out here. After about 15 minutes of walking, Tenebris leads you off the forest path. I've seen one too many videos of people going off the forest path and just disappearing lately, okay? Too many stories about those. It pushes branches and brushes aside to help you pass. Past them, there's a small open area, free of shrubbery. A wooden target is tied to a tree with thick rope. The multitude of holes in it indicates that it's frequently used. So you're going to practice knife throwing, nice! We're here. I always wanted to learn how to like throw knives and hatchets and stuff like that. I honestly wanted to learn archery when I was younger, but it's not a feminine thing to do. Like whatever that means. So instead, I went to the gardening club. Ugh. Maybe in a few years, I'll try archery. Like I used to have one of those. I don't know what you call those in English. In Portuguese, we call them a beast. It's basically like a crossbow. I remember now. I basically used to have a crossbow, but it was mostly a display thing. Adeus, René. Let's get the backpack. He lets the backpack slip off his shoulders and begins to rummage through it. You drop your own bag at the base of the tree. Tenebris presents you with a set of knives. Ooh, thank you. Wow, I never seen throwing knives before. Every knife is a throwing knife if you throw it. Here, take half. He hands you three of the six knives he has. You turn one over in your hand. It has a different shape than regular knives, with a short blade and double edges. It's heavier in the tip. Wanna see how it works? You turn your attention to Tenebris, who has stuffed two of his knives in his back pocket and kept one ready in his hand. How is he not tearing his pants off with that? But I mean, I wouldn't mind. So yes, please. He looks He looks to the target and draws back his hand, legs apart and knees slightly bent. You don't quite register what happens next. One moment you can see the knife in his hand, the next you hear a whooshing sound and the blade in the wood. Tenebris' hands has switched positions. The knife hits the very center of the target. I didn't even see that. Like, you're gonna have to do it in slow motion. I'm human, I have weak human eyes and weak human brain. I process things in slow motion, so you're gonna have to do it in slow motion, babe. Huh? Oh, I guess that was too fast. My bad. No, by all means, please continue to show off. He takes another knife out of his pocket and resumes the same stance as before. The throw goes slower this time, enough for you to observe it, but instead of sending it towards the target or even the tree, Tenebris throws it to the ground. What? Ugh, are you kidding me? He exclaims, looking back at the target. A squirrel runs down the trunk of the tree, over the surface of the target. It comes to a stop at the base of the tree and stares at Tenebris. What? He exclaims, looking back at the target. A squirrel runs down the trunk of the tree, over the surface of the target. It comes to a stop at the base of the tree and stares up at Tenebris. Don't do that, little buddy. What if I got you instead of the target? Oh, I thought maybe you just hit the ground because he wasn't doing the normal stance and maybe he fucked it up. But no, I guess he didn't want to kill a squirrel. God knows, for this pussy of a protagonist will probably freak out and call the police if they saw them kill a squirrel. Ugh. The squirrel tilts its little head to the side for a moment, then runs off towards a different tree. I haven't seen that one before. Wonder if it moved into this tree recently. I might have to switch to a different one if it did. You can tell skulls apart. He's a fae! It's not that hard after you spend a while around them. Yeah, stop being scroll phobic. Not all scrolls are the same. I take it you like animals. I do. They're kinda my only friends apart from Keith. No one else seems to like me much. I like you. He turns a little purple. I'm still in disbelief about that. He draws his arm back again. The knife hits the target this time, though lower than the initial throw. Can't say I ever made it easy to be liked, though. You tilt your head curiously, the same way the scroll had done earlier. He takes this as a sign to elaborate. I was a difficult kid. I do what I could to hurt both other kids and adults back then. A difficult kid as in before you possessed Keith or after, like? Now that I think about it, do these Fae possess like people, like changelings? Are they like also babies when they possess people? Or are they like fully grown men and women and they possess babies? Keith's parents put us through this program for troubled kids in hopes I'd get better. Oh, so yeah, he's talking about 20 and 50 kids. let me tell you, saw a lot of videos about those programs for trouble kids, and I think the only reason Keith survived is because Thunderbus was there. I didn't really get along with anyone there either. I wonder why, so I left Keith in charge most of the time. Sometimes they'd make us spend time with animals, like bunnies and goats. I like that part. Huh, in most of those programs, they just send kids out into the desert and basically let them almost die. Or straight up die. He picks up the knife from the ground and makes one last throw. This one lands a bit higher than the first. What made you went that way? My parents. My fake parents. Everyone back home made humans. I was supposed to hate them too. Do you hate us now? He lets out a scoff and a groan. So little that I took one at a date, as you can see. Who knows? Maybe you'll just lure me out to woods to kidnap me to your world. That's a joke. It's not exactly safe for us there. I try not to dwell on the fact that he never denies the desire to kidnap you. Of course he has a desire to kidnap you, dude. You're like the protagonist of one of these Otomi games. The guys are always like yandere. The guys and the girls, I never really understood that fantasy a lot. That just sounds really scary to have someone just so obsessed with you they'll try to isolate you from the world. Just sounds really unhealthy. But hey, guess different folks, different strokes, you know. Then Bruce walks up to the target and takes out the 3 knives he's thrown. You wanna try it yourself? Pretty sure this is a moment that we fail, and he tries to basically teach us by getting really up close behind us and holding our hands. Behind you, leaning closely as your two limbs. I know it. Do we get a CG for that? Keep your legs apart and try to aim your arm. It's close enough for you to feel his breath against your neck. You try to focus on the target in front of you, but he's rather distracting. Your eyes linger on him instead of the tree in front of you. Shouldn't it be instead of on the whatever. But you don't throw the knife, it turns back to you. Let's tease him, let's see how he likes it. He smoked deviously. Getting off more personal already? Not that I mind. His face currently becomes more and more purple as he registers the words. A loud gurgle noise suddenly interrupts. He glances down on himself. It was his stomach. Does he also get hungry when he's horny? Damn. Fey biology is weird. Laughter bursts out of you before you can stop it. That sounds like some feral creature. Did you not eat anything today? I was excited, I forgot. Your laughter only gets louder. Okay, you're lucky I brought snacks. How about we take a break? He begrudgingly agrees and makes room for you to return to your backpack and take out the things you brought. They are both sweet and salty options. Unsurprisingly, Terence picks out the sweet ones once he makes himself comfortable at the base of the tree beside you. As you eat the snacks, you notice Tenebris staring into space, lost in thought. But for real, can we get some eye drops for this guy? What are you thinking about? How itchy my eyes are. It takes him a few moments to respond. He doesn't look at you when he does. Do you ever wonder if you deserve what you have? You know, normally you leave like deep questions like that like for a third date, but sure, let's get existential here. Humans have all these beliefs about justice and doing good if you want to live well yourself. Those are bullshit. Justice is dead unless you decide to revive her sometimes, okay? Unfortunately, as we all can see, Justice is pretty much in a goddamn medically induced coma at this point. I don't believe in justice anymore. I don't know about you guys. I don't. It just seems like everyone who's bad just keeps getting away with bad things unpunished, and everyone who's good just keeps getting fuck all for it. Like they say, the road to hell is paved with good intention. Like I think they mean, yeah, you meant good, but what you did is messed up. But right now, it more means like, yeah, you meant good, and that's why they shot you in the head. Humans, maybe some of it's been rubbing off on me. I'm happy now, but some feels like maybe I shouldn't be. When I think about it, why do Fae hate humans? Is it because we destroyed the forest? Not everyone's up to be happy, girl, let's be real. Is it though? I don't think any of these options are good, man. Am I? He finally looks at you. Or am I scrambling to turn into one because I met you? The intensity with which she says that catches you off guard. You feel as if you've been struck, but you try not to let it show, playing it off as something funny instead. You haven't even known me for that long. Am I so important already? I think you've been knowing each other for like 2 weeks. I think that's long enough time to decide, yeah, this person deserves my whole life, my soul. I would die for you, kill for you. I would refrain from killing for your sake. You'll figure out eventually. He exhales, an amused smirk dancing on his lips. Then a dramatic sigh leaves his throat of nowhere. Keith is being a loud dumbass in my head, so I guess I better stop being gloomy. What is he saying? He says that I have the privilege of going on a date with you, and I shouldn't ruin it by making you depressed. You laugh. Hahaha. You're not ruining, but tell Keith I said hi. Then chooses an overly complex impression of Keith's voice, accompanied by his exaggerated hand gestures. He says, "Hello, Sam dear. I hope you're enjoying yourself. If not, I can always step in." He makes you laugh again. How nice of him. Not, you're my date. He pouts grumpily. There. Oh my god, he's giving me at pets. He pat his head a few times. This immediately causes his eyes to light up. You're about to withdraw your hand. His own shoots out faster than you can see and grabs your wrist. More. You snort. He's acting like a spoiled dog. Oh, he's a puppy boy. What's the magic word? He says in confusion. Hocus pocus? It's please. Oh, is that magic? Because it might convince me to do it. Please do that again. You smile, satisfied. Good boy. I'm sorry, but this just reminds me of someone. E aqui tá a princesa. Olá. Eu sei. He grins, content, and his tear hands you pat him again. His hair feels soft and pleasant to the touch. Okay, let's not go full kink right now. You're adorable. He blushes again. It's almost fascinating how easy it's to make him do that. You're the only one who thinks that. How better? I have you all to myself. Sure, let's be weird. His eyes grow wide. If you were too conventionally pretty, you'd have people all over you. Instead, I get you all to myself. Did you just roundabout call him ugly? Please wear one last ruffle before you pull your hand away. It doesn't stop you this time, but the green forest turns into a bashful smirk. We should get back to knife throwing. He agrees after cleaning up the aftermath of your snack break and stuffing it back into your bag. You resume the activity you came here for, throwing knives. A couple attempted throws later, you manage to hit a tree and eventually even the target. Cannabis continues to give you tips and does a few more throws himself for you to take as an example. At one point, you try to put more force into your throw. Unfortunately, you don't hit a tree at all. It flies past it, somewhere in the shrubbery. Oops! I'll grab it, don't worry. You rush off to search for it, scanning the ground for anything metal. A glint between the few with the leaves eventually catches your eye, and you find the knife plunged into the ground. Found it! With a triumphant smile, you turn around to announce your success, only to meet endless rows of forest and shrubbery what Terniverse and the forest tree should have been. Confused, you trace your steps and look around. You could have sworn you'd only gone a few meters past the tree line. And this is probably why I hated going to the forest. Cold wind hits your back, sending shivers through your body. You have your arms and pat your pockets, but you left your phone in your bag, which is also nowhere to be found. How is this even possible? Everything was right there. How did you get lost? You're in the goddamn forest, probably full of fate. What do you mean, how is this possible? Bitch, grow a brain. Yeah, start to panic. Running to the forest, get eaten by a skinwalker. Now that you're away from safety of Stanley's company, you're back into the eerie darkness of the forest. You feel small, vulnerable. A mouse on a barren land, ready to be plucked by an eagle, flying over its head. Your heart hammers in your chest like an internal alarm. You being your very being's overtaken by dread when you realize you're saying short. I am not going to keep saying that full name, god damn it. The thing that keeps space away was left in a bag. If there are anything supernatural in the forest, it wants to cause you harm, and you're now defenseless against it. More so than in your own apartment. You're in their home now. Tenebris? Tenebris, can you hear me? Tenebris? I'm not about to yell, guys, it's late at night. You call out in hopes that somehow you run further than you realize. The Tenebris was still nearby and might be able to hear you. No reply ever comes. Tears begin to form in your eyes as fear takes over. While what little sun you still have left is growing paler with the promise of nightfall. What are you going to do? Will you even survive the night? Despite your frantic heartbeats, your trembling hands, you force yourself to walk. By some chance, by some miracle, maybe you'll make it back to town. The the crunching of leaves beneath your shoes is so loud. Rather, everything else is much too quiet. There's no bird song, no car horns heard from afar, no buzzing of insects of even wind. The world is frozen, and you're left wandering through it alone. And then a chill creeps up your spine. A feeling of unease makes you come to a stop. To your horror, you hear the crunching of leaves behind you. Whatever is making it fo- follows your example and stops. Ooh, this is like that Minecraft video about the king in yellow, whatever the hell was going on in that thing. You spin on your heels. Nothing looks out of place behind you, but you know by now that that not something to be relieved over. Hello? Hey, whoa! Hey, whoa, Mr. President. I hope that whatever made that noise is your companion about to find you. There's no response. The four-leaf clover might still be in your pocket, but you aren't sure you want to use it. What would you see if you did? I kinda wanna see a bad ending. Keeps forcibly in your head. Don't let them know it's into their tricks. You turn back around and continue walking. Whatever it is that's following you does the same. It's faint, but you can hear movements in tandem with yours, always perfectly mirrored. What is it? What does it want? Is it curious? Is it angry? Is it malicious? Is it hungry? Start warning us to all the bad decisions. You can't take it anymore. You begin to run. The thing following you doesn't fall behind. It keeps a pace perfectly, down to the rhythm of your steps. Is it just toying with you? Like a cat does to a mouse right before it eats it? To your immense relief, you start to hear a voice in the distance, calling your name, Cenerus, or Skinwalker. They can mimic voices, I think. You immediately speed up. For some reason. But no, the Skinwalkers don't mimic voices, the Wendigos do. I think. I don't know, I'm not an expert in. Do I look like an expert in Wendigos? You immediately speed up. For some reason, whatever is following you stops, because you no longer hear the crush of leaves a few steps behind. Tenebris! He yells out as you start to make out his figure in the distance. He responds in kind. You rush towards his shoulder and crash into his arms, panting. What the hell happened? Are you hurt? I don't know. I was just looking for the knife, and then I looked back, and you and myself were gone, and something was following me. You glance over your shoulder anxiously. Thanos brows knit together tightly. He smells at the darkness behind you. And he grips you in a cycle. And chill the fuck out. Thanos' brows knit together tightly. He smells at the darkness behind you as his grip tightens on you tightens. I don't know how to crawl. Did it touch you? You shake your head. Fucking coward. Of course it was going to lure the human away from me. And fuck with you. Doesn't have the balls to show its face to me, apparently. Let's go back. Don't worry. It'll leave you alone now. It takes you back to the target. You continue to listen for some movements, but nothing stands out this time. The two of you gather everything from the spot. Uneasiness now hanging in the air. You stick as close to Tenris as you can. Somehow, nothing bad happens when he's around. The angry frown never leaves his features the entire time. On the way back, you hold his hand. It might be romantic if you weren't doing it out of fear that you might get sent someplace else the moment you let go. The sight of street lights, the sound of car horns, the feeling of concrete beneath your feet, I never felt so comforting until you left the forest. Your hand slips out of Tenebris as you manage to breathe normally again. I'll walk you home. It's already dark. You're about to agree, but a car catches your attention as it stops in front of you. The driver's window rolls down and reveals Jacob's face, concerned painted over his features. Hey, same. You okay? You alright? Motherfucker, don't you see I'm with someone? He doesn't notice how shaken you look and stops to check on you because must have noticed how shaken up you look and stopped to check on you because he should stand with a skeptic look. You must have looked suspicious walking out of the forest with him after dark. Your face displaying the stress you were wearing while he seemed furious. Who are you? Their friend. Sam doesn't need a ride. I'm walking them home. I didn't ask you, did I? Jacob, fuck off. No one wants you here. You're an extra at best. Tenebris clenches his fist. He has very little patience left, but Jacob has decided to play hero and isn't backing down either. Bro, kick Jacob in the balls. It's okay, Jacob. He's walking you home. You can fuck off now. Jacob throws Tenebris one last worry look. Like, you sure? Yes, don't worry. Alright then, see you tomorrow. I'm just mimicking the voice of the 6'7" guy at this point. He rolls his window, backs up, and drives away. What's his problem? He's a fuckboy. And also, he wants me, but I'll never give myself to him because I'm already belong to you two. Then Bruce spits out the last word angrily. You feel the urge to hold him in place in case he starts chasing after Jacob's car. He's just looking out for me, babe, don't worry. There's a look to please with that answer, but it doesn't say anything else. You start walking towards home, and he follows behind you. After a few minutes of silence, he speaks, this time in a calmer, gentler tone. Are you really okay? I'm fine, just shaken. I need some rest. Okay. He looks like he wants to say more, but decides against it. Don't try to get him out of him either. You continue without taking the rest away. Once you arrive at the apartment complex, you hug him goodbye and promise him to text him tomorrow. Aww. You feel at ease when you finally make it inside the apartment, at least at first. As you take off your coat and shoes, you get the sense of deja vu, but you can quite discern what's causing it. You've entered the apartment and gone through this exact gestures a million times, but today you are reminded of something else. Today's been stressful enough as it is. Perhaps it'd be best to set it aside for now. You are tired. I'm tired, man. But you can shake off the feeling. In fact, this very attempt at pushing it aside feels familiar. Yet, for whatever reason, it's hard to focus on the problem. You only feel an urge to escape it, like a sore muscle. You throw it back from the trip on your couch without bothering to empty its contents, and head for the bathroom. Perhaps after taking a warm shower. Jesus, why couldn't they just, I don't know, put black on white? And getting comfortable under your covers, you'll feel better. Yet, once you strip and step into the shower, allowing the hot water to fall over your skin, the feeling of deja vu somehow turns into anxiety. You feel vulnerable, exposed, like an animal pressing its neck to something stronger, presenting its neck. Then the thought you were trying your best not to allow to take form finally did. Did it follow you home? Despite the cocoon of warmth you've created in the shower, you shiver. Will there be something there, waiting for you, when you push the curtain aside? Like if you're not worried it's a serial killer, you're worried it's the Fae. You don't know how long you spend in a shower over this partially reasonable fear. You have no guarantee whatever it may be waiting there won't simply get bored and reach for you inside the shower. But you can muster the courage to move either. Eventually, you manage to calm yourself down, with many reassurance and attempts at reason, and with your breath held, you turn off the water and open the shower curtain. There's nothing there. Maybe you should start showering with like a knife. You feel like a child making up monsters to fear in the dead of the night. A sigh escapes you. At least there's an excuse that you had to deal with real monsters for some time now. It's normal for one to get paranoid, you suppose. You dry yourself and sleep with your pajamas. And yet, when you turn off the light and crawl under the covers, something is still wrong. Yeah, your new boyfriends aren't there. Something is watching you. A feeling crawls up your back like a centipede. You scan the room, all the dark corners and the odd shadows, eventually find the bag of dried clovers sitting on your bedside table. But before you can reach out towards it, something steers in the corner of your bedroom, causing you to snap your head in its direction. It's different from the things that torment you in the past. This thing is bigger and carries a sense of disdain that you haven't felt before. A deep, resentful voice whispers, "Selfish creature, you infect this world with your existence." You feel the bed deep in two places. It's starting to crawl towards you. Your heart hammers in your chest. What do you want? Disappear. What? What? Yes, I want to load. Yeah, you deserve to be. Let me see what blush appears on his face, tries to hide it by facing away. You could always get one. Oh, I didn't know you were into that. I'll keep it in mind. You catch how his shoulders flinch and the tips of his ears turn even purpler. He'll give his sword one last ruffle before pulling your hand away. This time, he allows you to do so. Okay, do your best to stay calm. Picking will not get you out of the situation. If you try to recall the direction from which you and Tenebris came, you could figure out a way to return to the town on your own. Tenebris! Tenebris, can you hear me? You yell out in hopes that you're still close to the target, and he might be able to hear you, but no reply ever comes. Yeah. Let's use the clover this time. Maybe I shouldn't have used the clover. Let's try walking at a normal pace. Go right. Oh, thank God. You grip blue blanket tightly and shut your eyes, waiting to be ripped to shreds. But before it happens, a noise comes from the window, like a hand being dragged over the glass. Your eyes shoot open. You can't see anything special there. Slowly, the extra weight removes itself from your bed, leaving you frightened and confused. The monster makes no other noise for the rest of the night. It doesn't speak. It doesn't approach you again. You're not even sure if it's still there. But you don't dare sleep or get up to leave. Yay, we survived the night! Ah, there's nothing to be found. I think this is as far as the game goes. Um, so yeah, guys, you're seeing the warning on the screen. Flashing lights and loud noises, turning down the volume if recommended. Let's go. There are no signs of the Fae anywhere near home this morning. You so unsure it caused it to leave. It was terrifying. Feels like no matter what you do, the Subnauta refused to let you catch a break. Is it really only because of Tenebris? Like, is his family like not want doesn't want like to date a human? Maybe it's that. Walking down the street, you in a daze, sorts. People passing you appear as faceless shadows, your limbs feel weightless, your mind clouded by an unseen fog. I'm going to assume that's supposed to be like a representation of dissociation and not us getting teleported. Morning, Sam. Morning, fuckboy. I don't care much of what this guy has to say. It's annoying. I don't care about this guy. Okay, let's get back to what the part of the game that matters. The shield laid out on air blows against your side as you stand outside the office building, weighing your options. Eventually, you take out your phone and call your friend in hopes they'll let you stay over again. Unfortunately, one short conversation later, you find out they're off town this week. Friends, what do you need them for if they are not willing to house you? I'm out of town this week, sorry, guess get eaten by the skinwalkers. Should you go back home? Spending a night among the ill-intentioned creatures lurking in shadows? Why don't you just go to Tenebrous' home? And Keith's. Like, they probably have an apartment as well, right? The thought makes you shiver. Hey, are you still at work? I need a favor. The reply comes almost immediately. Hi, I'm more Fork. What's up? This is Keith, by the way. I think the thing from the forest was in my apartment last night. My friend is out of town this week. Do you think I could crash at your place for a bit? I'm really sorry to hear. You can stay with us. We don't mind. Thank you so much. Keith sends you his address. Happy with the new arrangement, you make a quick stop home to grab everything you need. Luckily, it turns out you don't live very far from each other. Less than an hour later, you're knocking on Keith's apartment door. The building looked new, both outside and inside. It's likely one of those expensive places. Does his job pay that well? Or maybe Tenebra says one of those, you know, pots at the end of the rainbow things. He's a face, so maybe he's also associated with leprechauns. Probably has a leprechaun as an uncle. The door soon opens and reveals Keith's smiling face. Damn, even in casual clothes he still looks like a nerd. I hope you had a safe trip. He steps out of the doorway to give you and your luggage enough room to enter. His apartment is a direct translation of his personality. The walls are pointed, a light shade of yellow. The walls are painted. Pointed. Oh my god. Pointed, a light shade of yellow. The furniture is a deep brown. Several bookshelves line the walls and plants sit on just about every surface. It's cozy, if a little old-fashioned, and perfectly tidy. Make yourself at home. Tell me if you like anything to drink. Just some water for now. Sure, no problem. Not sure what to do with your suitcase. You leave it by the door and take a seat on the couch, while Keith disappears in the kitchen. What is this music, man? Something's still not right. You press your hands together, trying to focus on something else. Keith returns with your glass of water and takes a seat beside you. How are you doing? Is everything okay? You gulp down the entire glass before you answer, taking your time to consider your answer. Pretend to be afraid? You're not pretending you are afraid, girl. It's been a lot. Simply admitting that to both him and yourself is like a weight that's been lifted off your shoulders. It wanted to hurt me. I don't know why it's up, but I thought it was going to die. It sounds so angry. Start the waterwork, girl. Tears roll down your cheeks before you can stop them. All day you've been tensed on edge. Now, here, in a warm, cozy room, him by your side, you're starting to feel safer. A wave of emotion is finally catching up to you. Oh, same. He pulls into his arms. You engulf in the smell of flower perfume. His old books and pencil shavings. He's warm and his shirt feels soft. It's going to be okay. You'll make sure it never hurts you again. You allow a single small sob to escape your throat. I'm sorry. I told you I could handle it. But now I've been crying because I was so scared. Don't be sorry. You have been strong and brave. You aren't alone, and you need a night like that. A louder sob raises itself from your chest. It's your disdain, but perhaps he's right, and perhaps you should allow yourself discomfort. You relax in his arms and close your eyes for a few moments. Minutes pass this way until your tears stop flowing and you're no longer shaking. You pull away from Kit's embrace. Your features are still twitched in worry, but it pushes forth a little smile when your eyes meet. I'm okay now. Thank you. Please, tell us next time you're in danger, even if it's in the middle of the night. We don't have to go through this alone again. He nods. He managed encouraging little smile. Oh. Then we say sorry is kind frightened you again. In more violent ways now than now. Than, than how I phrase it. Jesus. You can't help but laugh a bit at that. Tell him I said thank you. New laughs make Keith physically relax a little. I was going to make you dinner. You can join me in the kitchen if you like. Or maybe you like to get settled while I do that. Yay, cooking together with Bay. That's so established couple coded. I insist. You let me crash here after all. Well, alright. What do you like to eat? Actually, I'm about to make something you like for us. You always care more about what I enjoy. Me? But... No buts. Except yours. What would you have made if I wasn't here? He timidly rubs the back of his neck. I was going to make pasta. Are you sure that's okay? Oh my god, who doesn't like pasta, Keith? I love pasta. Positive. Honestly, of all the things that ever came out of Italy, pasta was... I was going to say one of the best, but now I'm struggling to think of anything else. Pizza. Pizza. Pasta and pizza. Both great things that came out of Italy. As expected, it matches the rest of the apartment. Tidy, yellow, and cozy. Why is everything in this apartment yellow? You'd think this was the home of a sweet little grandma rather than a young man possessed by a changeling. You know who else is a blonde guy with blue eyes and as a grandma? Basil. Seriously, if I had a coin for every time, I'd have at least 2 coins, which isn't a lot, but I think I just stumbled into an actual archetype I wasn't aware of. The blonde guy that likes plants. And dresses like a grandpa. Keith begins to take out everything he needs for an Alfredo sauce. Butter, cream, grated parmesan. He puts you in charge of boiling the pasta. I never had Alfredo. As you look into the cupboards, in your search for the right pot, you notice a pink orchid by the window. Hey, you say you name a plant, right? What's this one called? Oh, that one, a blush spreads over his cheek. Did he name him something goofy? What? You don't want to tell me? It's a little embarrassing. Eh? Why? Did you name it something like... You look back to the orchid again, and then suddenly hit with an odd sense of dread. There's something wrong with it. It looks like any other orchid, and yet you can shake the feeling that it doesn't belong there. Same? What's the matter? Where did you get that orchid? What? I just got it at a regular plant shop. Are you okay? You look frightened. You can't take your eyes off the flower. Your limbs become heavy. Your heart feels like a bulbous mass in your chest. It beats thunderous enough to shake your bones. It's hard to breathe. Same? Yeah, I guess those are the flashing images, so... I mean, everyone already saw the warning, so... If you're still here and this upsets you, I mean... That's your choice. It's not supposed to be here. Not supposed to be here. It's not supposed to be here. It's not supposed to be here. It's not part of it. Hmm? He glanced around in confusion. What were you talking about? Torches? Did anything about it frighten you? Did it remind you of the Fae that entered your house? Maybe. Nothing is clear at the moment. You felt out of it all day. It must have been the lack of sleep. Let it be only be the lack of sleep for once. No, you got the sprite fever, whatever that thing when home improvement, home outline was called. Your eyes land on an open cupboard, right where you were searching for a pot. Sorry, I must have gotten distracted. Let's make that pasta. Keith doesn't say anything else, but his eyes linger on you every once in a while as he resumes his task. Some time passes before either of you speaks again. He's nearly done with the sauce, and your pasta is just about ready. Hey, I'm fine. You say as a reminder to both him and yourself. He simply nods. I just hope you know that I won't let anything happen to you here. I know. Can I try the sauce? Keith lets out a small sigh and finally smiles, letting go of the tension. He scoops up some sauce in a spoon and blows on it before holding it out to you. Oh my god, this is so domestic. You bring your lips to it, holding one hand beneath you to avoid spilling. Tastes good. Oh! A few drops of sauce on your palm. Let's wash it off. Actually, I'm kinda glad the game basically gives you the option to avoid NSFW. Like, saves me the time to have to go to OBS and put a censor bar over it. Yeah, if you came expecting to see it, I don't know, man. The game is free, just go play it yourself. You head over to the sink and wash it off. Nothing else you want added? No, it's perfect. If that's what the head chef says, then let it be so. The two of you finish preparing everything. Keith refuses to let you help set the table, so you're stuck watching him do it, while seated at the table. Even his tablecloth and tissues have flowers on them. Okay, this is starting to get actually weird. Like, is he autistic and are flowers like his special interests? It takes it a little further and dims the lights, before taking out a few candles to create the atmosphere of a proper dinner date. I know it wasn't planned, but since you're here, I figured I'd make it a little more special. No, this is nice. You probably look like a wreck. You certainly feel like one. But you might as well allow yourself to enjoy a little romantic dinner, impromptu or not. Your mind definitely needs a distraction. You smile at him with fondness. Ever the charmer, aren't you? Couldn't stand the idea that you hadn't yet done something special for me. He shoots you a cheeky grin. How else will I win you over? Oh my god, are they competing? No! I can just take turns, guys. Chill out, I have two hands. The food is tasty, despite the simplicity. Keith doesn't have to voice it for you to know he also likes it. He has this happy twinkle in his eye as he eats. And yet, as you continue your meal, that aching feeling creeps in again. Irking. That's right, that's how it roots. You frown. What's the matter? You don't like it? Huh? No, the food tastes great. It's just all day I've had this feeling like something isn't right at the world. The world? What do you mean? Head is beginning to hurt. Weird things keep happening. Do you mean the Fae? It's normal to feel that way. You didn't know they were real until not long ago. You massage your temples. You're right, I think I'm just exhausted. Hey, it's okay. You can start getting ready for bed once you're done eating. Yeah. Luckily, the headache slowly fades, allowing you to enjoy your food. Keith tries to cheer you up with stories from his workplace about little girls with puppies and lovers getting each other flowers. It's getting harder and harder to ignore the ever-present sneeze, though. Once you're both done eating, he ushers you to go to your night routine. You feel a bit bad to do so after you try to set up a dinner date, but he allows you no room for protest. Sometime later, you've changed into your pajamas, having settled into Keith's bedroom. Yeah, I was starting to think, like, does he have a guest bedroom, or we're about to share to go into and there's only one bed situation. To call today long would be an understatement. It's nowhere near the time you usually head to bed, but you feel exhaustion creeping in. Would you have spent another sleepless night if it weren't for Keith and Tanner letting you stay here? Perhaps worse, you might have been killed this time. They were even kind enough to insist that you take the bedroom. You take a mental note to think of a way to repay them as you're about to shut off the light. Then your eyes fall on a small calendar on a desk by the bed. The 27th is a circle, and something scribbled next to it. Curious, you bend on the light switch and draw closer. Today is the 27th. The circle is green, and in black there's a tiny shaking drawing of a cake with candles on top. OMG, it's their birthday! A birthday? No, it can't be. Looking down, you always notice a notebook on a desk. Its cover is decorated with a blue flower pattern. Don't. It's probably the diary, dude. You make your way back into the living room, where Keith is sitting on the couch, reading a book. He looks up and he hears a portrait. What's the matter? Did you need something? I have a question. Which one is silent, but I think like it keep me up for I don't ask. They wouldn't happen to be your birthday, would it? The shock in your face is immediately evident. He bookmarks his page and sets the book aside. How did you find that out? You led me into a bedroom with a calendar on the wall that has your birthday circled out. I just noticed a calendar on the desk. The 27th of October was circled, and there was a little cake drawn next to it. He smacked his forehead, sighing. Well, of course they do a cake, and of course I forgot about it. So it's true then? Why didn't you tell me? We could have celebrated somehow. You were scared and stressed and needed support. I didn't want you forcing yourself to focus on me. Would a kiss be considered not safe for work? Fuck it. Then we'll continue your duration, your arms around him and squeeze him tightly before planting a noisy kiss on his cheek. His cheek? Seriously? Boy, what are you, a nun? You big dummy. You didn't have to go that far just for me. I mean, it was a trouble. Yeah, it was. It was supposed to be about you. If you could have spent your birthday, however you like, what have you done? Does this matter? I mean, it's been nice spending half of it with you. Yes, it does. Alright. Well, I would have been happy to simply spend it with people I care about. Maybe while doing something fun, like visiting a beautiful place. What about right now? How would you like to celebrate it right now? Now? But you're tired and it's over. We don't need to. It doesn't feel right or fair to not celebrate at all. At least ask me for something. Anything. Stares you, conflicted. Then, with a sigh, he finally gives in. I suppose we could stay up a bit longer and chat. I'd love to know more about you. We can do that. And I'm not letting you sleep on the couch. Before you can begin to protest, he grabs you by the wrist and you drag him towards the bedroom. Sit, get comfy. Now. You climb into bed and pat the spot next to you, as if this is your room and not theirs. But you're a guest. Are you comfortable with it? Bro, we're dating. Yes, yes. Reluctantly, it does as you ask and joins you on the bed. Okay, well, let me tell you what you want. Now, tell me what you want to know. As you both make yourself comfortable, it rolls all sorts of questions about you. What's your favorite place to go when you want some quality time with yourself? Is there a hobby you always wanted to try? If money wasn't the problem, is there someone you love to visit? Then gradually, they become more and more personal. If you could turn back time and erase an event of your past, what would it be? Have you lost friends that you wish you still had? Is there one thing never that you could never forgive someone for? You answer all of them one by one. Some of them evolve into entire conversations. Others you try to answer jokingly, just to hear him laugh. You can succeed a few times. Eventually, as you're starting to drift off into a land of dreams, you feel a pair of lips pressed against your forehead. Sweet dreams, my love. Ah, I'm going to die. This is so cute. The wind blows mercilessly against you, as if to hold you back. You walk through a sea of blah 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 flowers. Before you, the forest is waiting, calm and patient, like a monster, like fate, like faith, like an old monument, eaten by time yet still standing. No, I don't want to say. Oh, I don't know. We could. Oh, there's a hotkey for that. It's raining small yellow flowers. They flutter past you. You wish you were one of them. Yeah, I think you're about to see something scary, guys. What is your dreams and nightmares? Huh? That's nice. I'm gonna have nightmares tonight, aren't I? For how long you walk, you don't know, but every step the knot in your throat grows. Something horrible is happening. You can't see or hear it. You can feel it deep in your gut. The tree and winds, the rocks and the moss, the bugs and the dirt. You feel them watching. They all hate you. Oh, how they hate you. What did I do? You should not be here. The forest tells you through the rustling of leaves, through its circles and its howl hoots. Someone like you is a poison to the land of the faithful. You're wrong. I won't stop. I'm supposed to be here. Determination pushes you forward. The trees part to reveal a meadow, where the flowers rain. The flowers are happy. They're drinking blood. I would see a corpse, just in case. Suspended in the center of the meadow is a corpse. Yeah, description of the corpse. Yeah, entrails and blood and flowers and moon shining. It's a very graphic picture you're painting here. You can't look away. Someone is screaming. The screams of agony or rage. You want to look, but you cannot. This is your fault, the forest whispers. It is your fault, and nothing will undo it. You jolt in bed, panting. Your back is drenched in sweat, but finding yourself in Keith's bedroom, and not a creepy forest. Your breathing slows. What a horrible nightmare. Not that it wasn't to be expected, given what we've been through. You glance to your side, only to find the bed empty. This immediately creates an anxious knot in your chest. Surely, you just went to the bathroom. But you feel the need to check in order to prove your fears wrong. S- okay, you are alone. Nobody answers your calls. Yeah, guys, I'm keeping this dark just in case. I don't know, might something might pop out. Maybe it's another nightmare that you need to break away from. But basically, actually, the screen is dark right now. Your heart jumps all the way to your throat when the front door is suddenly thrown open. Keith standing in the doorway, clutching his arm. Something dark drips onto the floor. As you approach, you're hit by a strong, metallic smell. Blood. Okay, it's not very graphic, but Keith basically has a wounded arm. Keith? What happened? His breathing is shallow as he stumbles in. You quickly hit the light switch to better see the state he's in. Even with the light on, it's hard to tell how much blood's into the dark volume. Your heart hammers into your chest, yet you try to keep calm to figure out what you can do. He's wounded. You have to help him. How badly are you hurt? Do you need an ambulance? Who talks like that? Instead of answering, he begins to snicker. I did it, Zane. I actually did it. It's dead. Then why is he dressed like a school shooter right now? Okay, I think you guys can look at this. Why are you dressed like that? It's just like you just had an emo awakening. The way his voice trembles and the twitches in his face make hairs on your body stand on end. What are you talking about? Who is dead? They used a spike of bones in the forest. I killed. His voice fritters from excitement to frightened. Oh god. I killed. I actually did that. You aren't sure if you should be relieved, shocked, or horrified. Perhaps you're already feeling all three. That giant, terrifying creature that was stalking you through the forest. The one that crept into your home? He killed that? That sweet and polite kid. The one who obsessed with flower language, loves reading books. He killed that? How, how do you do it? Kip, what if they all flock over to you now? Shh, don't worry about that. Despite his suspicious behavior earlier, he's now perfectly calm as he passes a bloodied finger, presses a bloodied finger to your lips. I couldn't let you hurt you anymore. You're too precious to me, my light, my hope. So where are you, Nagito Kameda? I can't stand myself for having allowed it to harm you at all. Are his eyes turning darker? He caresses your cheek, smearing blood all over it. His hands feels cold. He's trembling. His eyes have become deep, unsettling ponds, blood bubbling with madness. Yeah, I knew Keith was a bit crazy as well. He had to be. But it's not enough yet. It's not perfect. I have to fix it. Your mind is racing. Too many things to take in and focus on. All you know is at the moment that it's not okay and that it's done some. All you know, the moment is that it's not okay and it is done something awful. Fix. Keith, at least, let me see that wound. I don't think he hears you. It's going to be okay. I'll make it all better. I don't let anyone ruin my love story. I'll get rid of every imperfection. You wake up in your bed. Home. Safe. Was that a nightmare? Your sheets are a little more messy than usual. Tried in the sip of vest. It's no wonder. After the weird experience with the fee last night. During a date. Luckily though, nothing bothered you once you got home. Perhaps it was the worth Keith set up for you. It's time to get up and go to work. Bruh, I can't see what's written in there. I think it's to be continued. I can only see to and con. But sure, I think we're headed for the Keith goes crazy routes. Let's see how long have I been here. About an hour and a half. Let's check up some more options. What's the point of the justice system then? Exactly, Dangerous, you're a genius. We don't use it to give or take people's happiness away. It's supposed to keep us safe. At least that's how I see it. No, girl, it's supposed to keep the 1% safe. The rest of us, we go to jail. But what? But where is all this coming from? Dennis grows and stretches out his arms over his head. I don't know. The Fae aren't philosophers. They also don't typically feel guilt like this. Well, chin up then. Stay calm, use the clover, continue walking at a pace. I think before we went right, so now we go left this time. Ah, it's the same. Let's say the chicken is annoying asshole. Promise. Do you need me to scare him away? No, it's fine. It's only with intention. He doesn't look convinced. Oh, great. We just set a Fae loose on the guy's neck. Jacob, I don't care about him. If you say so. So I guess we need to go right. Let's say it was kind of fun this time. The thrill of being watched, hung, threatened. Yeah, let's be an absolute freakazoid. Still don't care about Jacob. Jacob can go and get hung from a tree. What's the point of living without the speech of terror and danger? Okay, let's pretend this is crazy. Honestly, it's a bit of a shame that the very Fae who brought you this, when you did not turn him out of as much of a threat. And Yakia crosses your mind. You try out a text message. It's awful. That thing went inside my house. It kept watching me. I couldn't sleep one night. I just. Keith quickly pulls into a hug. I'm so sorry. We should have predicted this. You silently celebrate your victory. Me and a manipulative fuck for the win. It's alright. I'm safe here with you, at least. Your arms wrap around him possessively. As fun and delightful the little monster in your apartment are, you much prefer this one. No, let's wash it off. Still not going for the answer for arc here. Well, let's open it. Let's be mean. You know you should. It's rude. An invasion of privacy. But you can't help yourself. Despite your better judgment, you throw a glance over your shoulder, then open the notebook. As expected, it's Gift's diary. One is using since the beginning of the year. You flip through the mundane interests and search for a more recent one. Just a peek to see if today is really his birthday. At least, that's what I think. Till someone upon a page filled up to bottom with only. Eesh! I mean, I'm not surprised. Like I said, the guys in these games are always a bunch of yadras, but. Eesh! Stars out soft and tidy before growing gradually growing thicker. Some of them clearly have been traced over several times. Your heart is racing. How lovely! You can't help but the blush burning over your cheek. With to stifle excited giggle that burst out of you. Was he being tormented by a ceaseless fate of you when he wrote all this? Did he feel like there'd be no escape unless you wrote it down over and over and over? You run your fingers over the indented paper, where you press down on the pen. You need to see more. Your fingers slip between the pages, clicking several at a time in search of more of your name. Today I helped them put up fake wars in their home. They look so tired. I'm surprised they stayed after everything that happened to them because of us. Anyone else would have already decided weren't worth the hassle. I believe I'm not worth the hassle. Though lately, Dan was telling me that he thinks Faye may have another reason, telling Sam that they wouldn't tell him when he asked. Was Sam done something to anger them in the past? If not, perhaps a relative? Are we like an heir to an oil baron? Debts and offenses tend to transfer over, but I feel like it's rude to ask if that's the case. It may sound like I'm trying to shift the blame from us. I don't want to see them upset anymore. I wonder if there's anything more than I can do other than offer them the words. My days have been so much brighter since we met them. Sam is on my mind all the time. And yet, all we've brought them is suffering. This isn't fair. We plan another date together. I hope I can make them happy. Oh, this sweet boy in his selfless started to. If you could squeeze the life out of him, it would be enough to show you adoration. You turn the page. I brought a new orchid today. I know I shouldn't have, but when I was inside the store, I couldn't help myself. It's like it was calling to me. Perhaps I'll put it in the kitchen. The light there isn't too bright. I think I'll name it Same. Time seems to stop for a moment as you stare at the page. The flower. The flower in the kitchen, he named it after you. I mean, I kind of figured that out already, but you're not supposed to be here. You look down at yourself. Your skin is a dark gray. You drop the notebook as your hands begin to shake uncontrollably. Like, is this like supposed to be being self-aware? Because like in the first episode, like Tenebris and Keith Little said to not close the game, and the narrator's been really, like I said, wink wink nudge nudge. Like, is this game aware that we're basically like a self-insert for a player? What is happening? Why is this happening? Why are you not meant to be here? Where is here? Who are you? You're in bed, warm and snug beneath the covers. Lights turn off. It's been a long day. You're safe here. You feel safe here. Nothing can touch you. You fall asleep. Eesh. Yeah, and basically the same thing happened. Like they call out the skin being gray, and all the CGs where the MC appears, they're gray. So I guess the game is self-aware at a point. Hmm. I think we're both in the both card route at this point because we went on a date with Tenebris, but load. Go right here. Same, same, same. No one cares about this guy. Like, if you play this game and you care about him, I mean, why are you even playing this game and not, I don't know, Jacob's game? We call a surfer boy or something. Let's see if maybe we can ask for Tenebrous this time. Yeah, it's a bit mad about it, but hey, I want to see my boy. I mean, you're so cute, but he's more my type, sorry. Give pauses, a small frown tugging from his brow. Nicholas appears as he nods. His features shift, his skin changes. Tenebrous soon stares back at you, concerned when he speaks. His voice is gentle. You doing okay? Keith told me you're staying with us tonight. The sight of him comforts you for some reason. I was going to die. First in the forest and then in my home. I don't get it. Why me? Because I walk into the stupid forest? It's like I did anything wrong. Tenebrous runs the back of his head, looking uncomfortable and uncertain. Perhaps he understands the Fae and that's why it acted that way. But right now, you can't see much similarity between the two. Some of us are really possessive of places or things. Lately, especially our homes. I don't want you to get hurt. I know I didn't do anything wrong. His explanation does help dissipate some of the frustrations. But it does not change the fact that you don't know what you're going to do, or where you're going to go if this doesn't stop. What about my home? I don't feel safe in my own home anymore. I'm sorry, Sane. We'll try to think of something. We're not gonna leave things like this. You aren't sure what to believe in anymore, but his promises gives you a little hope. Thank you. Feel a little better after letting it all out. Hope I didn't ruin any plans for you two for the evening. I mean, Kiefer was gonna make dinner, and I was going to do my own thing afterwards. It didn't really ruin everything. I see. In that case, should I let Kip make dinner? Maybe I'll see you afterwards. The last sentence makes him perk up a little. Let's keep switching out any arguments. Are you right, dear? I'm okay now. He looks like he wants to say more, but he's stopping himself after opening his mouth a few times. It's also a worried little smile. Guess this time let's get settled in. I could probably change it to something more comfortable. Sure, no problem. Let's swoop around. Let's save, I don't know how many chances we get. Inside the wardrobe. You're a little curious about the way they organize it. What with them sharing a body and having such different taste in fashion. Upon opening their wardrobe, you're met by rows of very neatly organized shelves. On the right side, everything is in black or dark shades. Mostly jeans, t-shirts, flannels, and hoodies. On the left, you find pastel whites and browns, and sweaters and sweater vests, dress pants, and long sleeve shirts. In one corner, almost entirely hidden, is quite a few skirts. Boy. Oh. Either Keith or his sister who leaves her clothes in his house, or he must enjoy dressing in skirts to some degree. Interesting. He opened the wardrobe, where dress shirts, jackets, and coats are kept on hangers. Once again organized by color. Honestly, this game is so woke. Like, you can make your own pronouns. They too, guys. Give, I don't know, maybe he's gender not conforming or straight up just cross dresses. Or maybe Tenebrous is the one who cross dresses. We don't know. I like it here. I love games that are woke. Woke is nice. You open them to the wardrobe. Da, da, da. Mm-hmm. Thank you for the warning. Let's look at something else. Something tells you this is nervous. Chokers, a couple rocks, a tiny notebook, and a liquor's lot of knives in a different shapes and sizes. Yeah, I guess that comes Stenebus. You pick one of the knives with more peculiar shapes and turn it over in your hands. There's something shakily scribbled on the hilt with a purple market. It's your name, with a heart next to it. Does he name his knives like the way Keith names his plants? I heard some guys do that. That is somehow an oddly tenebrous thing to do. Is the knife supposed to be named after you? Or is the name just there as a decoration? Let's look under the bed. You bend down by the bed to peer beneath it. Even there is a clean and tidy universal wooden box. I don't think there's anything bad in it, otherwise it would warn us, but just in case this box has something, you know. Here's me, take a peek, a tiny peek. You drag a box out from beneath the bed and open the lid. You weren't sure what you're expecting. The contents still take you by surprise. Oh, letters, garnished paper, written in a language you don't recognize, probably Fey language. Pieces of intricate jewelry, more beautiful than anything you've ever been. I'm telling you, Tenebrous, I don't know, maybe he has a leprechaun uncle and that's how they can afford this apartment while working at a flower shop. And finally, beneath everything, you find a folded drawing. The paper is yellowed. It was obviously drawn by a child, and there are three figures. One very tall one, with large hands, colored dark green, is labeled strictly as Mom. The other, shorter one with long hair and sharp ears, colored yellow, labeled as Dad. Another, tiny one in the middle, colored blue, is Stenebrous's family. Oh, is this like memorabilia from before you got stuck with Keith? Oh. Jesus. Oh, right. There's something bad in the box, just sadness. Suddenly, you're sitting at the kitchen table, a plate of food in front of you, and Keith sitting across it. What just happened? Is something the matter? No, I just thought, did you space out that badly? Maybe you're more tired than you realize. Sorry, it's nothing. It just missed the odd event and begin to eat. Keith's cooking does not disappoint. It's as if it's perfectly catered to your tastes. Maybe it's infused with fey magic. Two of you talk for a bit and you eventually forget about the odd little wrapping time entirely. However, you eventually notice a recurring frown in Keith's face. Is there something wrong? No, everything's alright. The way it speaks to gritted teeth. You look a bit upset. Tenebris giving me a headache. I hope he'll give up in a few minutes. Tenebris wants to come out? I don't mind if you let him. But I want to spend more time with you. You know, I recently took up knife throwing as well. I'm not as good as him yet, but I'm getting better at it. Keith, chill out. I have two hands, 7 days in a week, 3 for you, 3 for him, and 1 for myself. Chill. Now this reminds me of this post I saw, like, in a polyamorous relationship, how do breakups work? Like, do they vote the person out like it's like Love Island or something? His eyes switch and his smile turned into a desperate grimace. Let him stay. Alright, Xenophus can wait. Keith immediately brightens up. Oh, it's jelly! Despite wanting to protest, the fatigue is getting to you. So Keith insisted you take the bedroom and let him stay on the couch. Judging by the look on his face, there won't be any arguing with that either. Not that you mind. Continue exit. What? I mean, I thought maybe this day would be concluded, but sure. Let's ask him to switch. That didn't go well. I'm sure you'll be okay. Maybe. You open your mouth to say something, and Matron covers you as if you've been electrocuted. This thing. This is a Fae. I think they want me away from Tenebris. Huh? What that? It must be fatigue. What else could it be? For how long have you been awake? Maybe you're starting to see things. Bro, you have no idea. I didn't get any sleep the other night. Wanna call it a night? The thought of going back to bed alone fills you with anxiety. Not to mention certain things are happening again. You shake your head. No, I want to stay up a bit longer. Let's just talk. Besides, and let's set the controller down. Oh, he's a gamer, right? I'm sorry, I don't know why all this is happening. I've tried to ask them and they just give me weird riddle answers. That's cool. The Fae? Yeah, the ones I was in the forest. Didn't get to talk to the big truck that chased you though. Asked him after Keith brought up you those warding plants. There's probably a bigger reason they're just me being around you. But they won't say straight up. A bigger reason? Like what? I mean, I probably shouldn't mention this, but here the roar of thunder cuts him off. His head whips around to stare out the window. Nothing strikes, followed by thunder once more. He scoots closer to you, away from the window, without taking his eyes off it. Is he afraid of thunder? Oh my god, this guy is just like me. No. Never seen him like this before. Terrified. As the rain begins to hammer against the window glass, it curls in on himself. Hey, it's okay. Do you want me to hold you? Finally, his eyes meet yours, uncertain and wide. You open your arms and lean against the couch as a second invitation. With a bit of reluctance, he leans into your hold. Another roar of thunder makes him suck in a breath. You're safe here. It can't harm you. I know. My brain knows it, but I can't control it. I know it's pathetic. We're not pathetic. We only things we're unreasonable scared of. Is there a room in the apartment where it might be less audible? Maybe the bedroom. Let's go there then. You take him by the hand and gently lead him towards the bedroom. He looks over his shoulder the entire time, as if Nightwing might burst to the window and grab him. In the bedroom, the curtains are already drawn, which allows Tenebris to relax a little. The effect is quickly erased as soon as he hears thunder again. Why don't we put on some music? That's actually not a bad idea. He takes out his phone and scrolls through it for a moment, still glued to your side. Eventually, he finds out what he's looking for. An old rock song starts playing as loud as his phone can manage. There. Now you can't see or hear it anymore. You rub his back, smiling in a way that you hope will reassure him. Oh, and we can build a fort. What? You know, a pillow fort. Isn't that kind of childish? You're never too old for cozy comforts. You grab the pillows and blankets off the bed, then assess how you might put them together. These scout pillows might work better for this. They're bigger. Wait, don't leave me here. Trandabruce holds your hand as you traverse the apartment in search of construction materials for your fort. You stay jumpy and anxious for the most of it, but you slowly start to see dips in his fear. The music sometimes covers up the thunder entirely. By the time you start building your little tent, you manage to leave it aside for a moment and prop up the few windows himself. It's quite the impressive pillar fort once it's finished. You urge Tenebris to go in. He crawls to the corner of it, sits there to assess its cramped surroundings. Not gonna lie, this actually does feel a bit comforting. See, I told you it would help. You crawl in after him and settle on your back against the bed frame by its side. In a rush to make him feel better, you forgot about your own fears and worries. There could be another reason the Fae are tormenting you. Those words sink through your mind as you lean against his shoulder. Perhaps it'd be best to ask him about it in the morning, when he rested and is calmed down. The thunder has grown more sparse than I thought. The storm is slowly coming to an end. You didn't have to do all this for me, you know? You've been looking out for me. I'm doing the same. He snakes an arm around. He snakes an arm around your waist. There's no more thunder, so he turns the music down. You run your hand to his curls. They're soft, but awfully tangled. Your hand gets stuck a few times, but you settle for caressing the top of his head instead. It smells like Keith's flower shop with a hint of cologne. Soon enough, you begin to hear a soft rumbling sound. Is he purring? Oh my god. He's puppy coated, he's cat coated. Oh my god, I love this guy. The sound stops as soon as he pointed out. The tips of his ears turn purple. He suppressed a laugh. That sounds horrible. Just me at when I'm relaxed and happy. I can't help it. Hey, I never said it was a bad thing. You resume petting him, and he relaxes once more. The purring also returns, even louder than before. You slide down lower against the bed, so you're both lying down. Warm and cuddled up next to him, with the soothing sound of his purrs in your ear. You're beginning to drift off into sleep. The fate doesn't even cross your mind as a potential danger anymore. Somewhere in the background, half muted, you hear mumble something sleepily. I think I love you. Only think? Tenebris stands in the doorway, clutching his arm. Something dark tips on the floor. Yeah, this doesn't show anything. Like, they don't need to censor this. Dark tips onto the floor. As you approach, you're hit by a stone telephone. What did he do? Tenebris? You call out, voice full of uncertainty. He stumbles in, barely keeping himself upright. No, you were wrong. It's his blood that's dripping on the floor. Your worry doubles as you rush to him and quickly hit the light switch. What happened? Are you okay? You need me to call an ambulance? Is that... What? Who? The exiled Fae. The one that followed you home from the forest. I killed him. The guy was exiled? The image of a mangled corpse hanging in the middle of a flower of a meadow flashes through your mind. Did he do all that? How did you kill that thing? He smacks a bloody hand over his mouth, his face paling. Before he can do anything, he rushes past you into the bathroom, where you soon hear the loud sounds of his hospital rushing back out. People follow after him. The wound on his arm is visible now, and he's not holding on to it. 3 deep gashes to work off something with claws. Your stomach twists, just looking at it. No, you need to stay calm and help him. He can die from something like this. Can he die from something like this? Your heart feels like a violent drum in your chest. Oh god, do you have a first aid kit? I can stop the bleeding. I reach out for him, but as soon as you do, he stumbles back, losing his balance in a rush. Don't touch me! The terror that's in his eyes, it's immense. He's afraid. He's afraid of you. Tenebris, it's okay, I'm not going to hurt you. I want to help. He shook his head, eyes fixated on you. By now, he's back into the corner of the bathroom, his back pressed to the wall. You suddenly get the impression that it's not his wound that he's worried about. It's just you. There's something about you that terrifies him. But you. What are you? You open your mouth, but nothing comes out. It feels as if the answer got stuck somewhere along the way. What are you? Then he begins to mumble as he hugs himself. He said we can go back. I want to go back. Please go back. I wish it never happened. You wake up in your bed. Huh. Yeah, so basically, in a lot of these games, like, the part you can just save and load and save and load. Yeah, I guess this is one of those games that kind of breaks the fourth wall in a way that you, the MC, are some sort of extra dimensional being, like straight up. This actually reminds me of another game that I played, where literally one of the characters, if you reach a certain ending, will say how many times you die. But if you go there without dying even once, they'll go something like you're unready or something, like you didn't die enough times or something like that. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But yeah, I guess we're literally some gray thing in this world. Nice. I mean, not nice as in oh that's so cool. Nice as in yeah, sure. Well, guess that's guess that's it for this game for now. Honestly, opinions. I like it. I wish there was more, like ways to go back and forth because, like I said, I want to have both guys because it feels kind of fair for one of them to not get the protagonist because they're kind of like the same person, but at the same time not. And also, honestly, the game is so woke if there isn't an ending where you can have both. Like, I'd be really surprised. Like, that's very polyphobic of you, you know. Um, but yeah, so far it's been nice. I like, the it has, it has an aesthetic and it sticks to it. Although I wish it would be easier to read because sometimes, literally, like in one inside of the of the text box, sometimes it's hard to read. On this side, it's less hard to read, but you know, it has an aesthetic and it's sticking to it. Come hell or high water. My voice is starting to go. I also like that they have their differences, but Tenebris isn't like an evil fae. It's literally just a fae. But I would like to know more about the lore. Like, how does all of this work? Like, like he obviously went through a childhood before getting stuck with this guy, with Keith. Keith is pretty much a yandere, honestly. I'm sure of it by now. And he's actually like the more sane one. Like, I'm starting to realize that this guy probably is a bit less sane than this guy. Like, can you even see my cursor? Basically, I'm starting to realize that Keith might be the less sane of it too. Kinda. And yeah, those are so far my opinions on this game. I think I'm going to keep my eye on it. and whenever the next update comes out, I'll stream that. But for now, it will do for this game. Ooh, I finished a series. That was fast. Anyway, it's getting late, and my voice is almost gone. It's been almost 2 hours between both streams when my internet decided to itself in the back of the head. I'll join both, try to join both videos for the archive, like on YouTube, with cuts of parser, like, oh, let me just, and stuff like that, so the video doesn't end up too long. But yeah, that's been it. Thank you for dropping by, or seeing it, or seeing the VODs, and hope you have the rest of a nice night or day. Bye.